Hello and welcome back. We're going to go ahead and try to find the value of the tangent of 225. Now, for our convenience, I've already drawn a 45 degree triangle over there to help us with solving this. And why I've done that is I can clearly see that 225 is just a multiple of 45 degrees, which is equal to, if you divide them up, you get 5. In fact, 225 in radians is 5 pi over 4. And as you can see, it's clearly a multiple of pi over 4. Now, we've already established that anything that is a multiple of pi over 4, for its sinus and cosinus, the values are always going to be positive, negative, 1 over 2. So it's either 1 over radical 2. Sorry, my bad. So it's either going to be positive 1 over radical 2 or negative 1 over radical 2. However, over here, we're talking about the tangent, which is going to be the sinus of theta, sinus of 225, over the cosinus of 225. However, we don't know what the value of sinus of 225 or the cosinus of 225 is. If you look at the unit circle, 180 degrees is somewhere right here. So 225 is just a tiny bit above that. So if I can draw a line symmetrical to that triangle right there, 225 is somewhere right there. So you can say that if you continue the red line, that would be 225 degrees. However, as you can see, the angle that you make is sort of vertical with the other 45 degrees, so which means that this is also 45 degrees. And if you draw a line over here, you'll see that this side is also 45 degrees. In fact, these two sides, as we've established also before, have the same coordinates. So you can call this point P prime, and it has the coordinates of 1 over radical 2 and 1 over radical 2. However, since both of the x and y's are on the negative side of the y and x, they're both going to be negative. All right, so we can safely assume that the sinus of 225 is the same thing as the sinus of 45 degrees, and the cosinus of 225 is the same thing as cosine of 45 degrees. Now, the sinus of 45 degrees is going to be essentially whatever the y coordinate for that point is, which is negative 1 over radical 2. And the cosine is going to be the x coordinate, which is negative 1 over radical 2. Now, if we basically simplify this, we're going to get negative radical 2 over negative radical 2. These two cancels out with the negatives, leaving you with positive 1. So you can safely assume that the tangent of 225 degrees is equal to 1. Also, from our formulas, we can assume that the tangent of 180 plus an angle alpha, or x, is equal to the tangent of alpha. So if we are going to get to 225 from 180, we need about 45 degrees. So 180 plus 45 degrees, that would mean that the tangent of 180 plus 45, which is 225, is equal to the tangent of 45 degrees, which is equal to 1. Thank you for watching.